The beauty of strategy games is when you focus your mind on it completely and the whole world around you just dissipates. Has to be a good strategy game though. The King is Watching is one of those. Let's get started. So the game's been updated since a year ago. There's lots of new fancy stuff like a gallery, you can look at pictures. There's also an encyclopedia which you had to unlock. That was a bit odd, but yes, it tells you all your different buildings and what they do. We also have a council. We can unlock advisors and then we can add those advisors to our character when we go through. Anything else we have? We have a massive upgrades tree. I think the demo about a year ago, it was just simple. These are all the things I've unlocked. We have different kings to unlock as well. And then what else do we have? We have loads of different advisors and increased advisors that we can use. But King Brezhnius, I've not used this dude yet at all. He has public health with 50 morale, get 2 hospital blueprints. Free service with, oh right, he's a morale based guy. With 70 morale, when constructing next 2 buildings, resources are returned with a D, not a C, unless that's been cut off somehow. And bounties of prosperity, 90 morale, all units get 100 extra HP and deal 5% more damage. And the advisor I have is Gustav, provides a 5% production to all buildings. Let's go! So we have this, we have a crystal ball, reveal the fate, hit pause now if you want to read that. I don't think I've read it at all. And the next boss will be revealed once we killed the first boss. Right, so relative, ooh, yes, where I have upgrades, we can actually get stuff to start off with, such as gold and wine, a couple of troops and wine or water and wood. I think water and wood's going to set us flying, so I'll start off doing that. And then farms are always important, get wheat and then wood for trees. So if you've not seen this game before, this little area I'm looking at, those squares are active when I'm looking at them. Move it away, it stops working. So we're producing wheat and wood here, which is going in the bottom, a resource bar. And yes, we're gathering resources. What's going to happen though is some nasty dudes are going to come along and they're going to try and mess up my day. So to avoid them messing up my day, I need to look at the barracks and that'll get some guys out. And while I'm looking at the barracks, I've got a well down there for water, which you need to build things like wheat fields. And I'm looking at a wheat field as well to make wheat. And I also need to make gold. So what we can also do is upgrade our unit limit with the wood we've just got. So we can now fill 10 units, even though we've only got a maximum 4 from our barracks. But I want to upgrade my gaze and make this square or this little L I'm looking at. I want to make that bigger, and to do that we need gold. So I'm going to put down a marketplace and we're going to rotate this around. And then we'll look at the marketplace and we'll make some gold, which is in the bottom right bar. And there's King Brezhnius doing whatever he does. Yes, right. So here comes the first troop. He's got 50 health. Our guys have 35. Ours attack of 20. His an attack of 8. Relatively easy to do him. So when we kill people, we get denarii, which we can use to buy upgrades later. We've got a levy barracks, which is different barracks that we can build, different units that come out. None of these are that good. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. So I'm just going to recycle that and we get more of those coins for upgrades later. And we have a basic production building, so we can get a wheat field, which we already have a few of. Grape bushes or crystal mine. I think grape bushes are maybe going to be useful, so I'll get those. And we have prophecy. So this is for our waves. We have these top dudes, which we kind of have to take. And they're going to give us a spell, and that's 4 goblin bandits. This will give us a spell, and that's 2 goblin bandits. And I'm going to take the coin, which is goblin swordsman, and some denarii to spend. And we also have these here, which are optional to add. Now, I want an artifact that gives you improvements. I want the kingdom infrastructure, because that gives you improvements as well, and building upgrades as well. They're useful. Wouldn't mind another spell, and I wouldn't mind more resources, which this guy offers, but I'm not going to push it too hard. So we have little things that come up every now and then, and we can choose what we take. We can increase our morale, which is probably good for this build. We can get some gold, or we can use some grapes and upgrade our gaze to make our gaze bigger. I'm going to go for the gold, so we don't have any grapes, and the gold we can use once we have enough wheat. So let's just focus over here and not sell wheat. Once we have enough wheat, we can upgrade our gaze, so we need 60 in total. Good, we're doing okay so far. And by okay, I mean we're not losing. We get more buildings down here. We can add any of these cards at any given time, as long as we have the resources to build them. Or we can sell them and get some denarii. Right, we can upgrade our gaze. Good, brilliant, lovely. So we've now got a 4th square we can stick something in. What am I going to put there? Ideally, I'll put an iron mine or something like that down, but we don't have that. So I am going to go for wheat, because wheat is the main, or one of the main things. You can never have too much wheat in this game. So these are our spells. I have ground fire. It tells you what it does there. I place it down. It will kill all his troops. There is a achievement. If you don't use any spells, then you get the achievement and you get bonuses. But I'm going to try and avoid doing spells, but that's not working too well, is it? Fuck it, these guys have just slaughtered my guys. So I'm going to try and burn them. Don't think it's worked too much, and they've got to my castle. They'll start having a pop at it, but my guys will spawn. Once they're hitting the castle, they're not going to fight back. Right, what do we got? We got Roots or Fissure. One does 220 damage, straight line upwards. This just throws people away and does poison damage, but it's less damage. So let's go for Fissure. And we got that artifact we chose. So we have 2 choices. So reduces the king's first ability. First time using this king, these 3 circles are empty. No king's ability. All troops receive a 4% chance of shooting additional projectiles if we have ranged units, which we don't. So I'm going to stick that down as well. Let's continue selling a bit of wheat, and then I'm continuing to look at the barracks. Let's stop for the wheat, and then the barracks is going to produce more of my guys who are completely shit, as you just saw there. Right, so we got 4 guys out. That's our maximum. We have a limit of 10, but we need more barracks to get those out. So this, the research table, I'm going to put it down now, quite useful. It improves your basic production, so not improves, it gives you new basic production, so it could give us an iron mine, a gold mine, trees, wheat field, grapes, and various other resources. And we're going to get stuffed here again unless I do this. And I've fucking missed it, so I just got the last guy. It's okay though, our dudes are holding strong. We're going to take them out. We get the denarii, we get the spell, chain lightning, I'll go for that. It's not so bad. And then we have upgrades to some of our buildings. So we can have morale, or we can improve production on the market. I've not used the magic school, I don't use it too often either. So I'm going to go for the market. And we have a tile enchanter. I put this down and it increases production on that given tile. It costs double the 50% extra resources if you put it on something that's already got a building on. I do want it on this, ideally, the research table, so it works a bit faster. Trees are about to run out. It'll go pop. 3, 2, 1. Pop. Stick some more trees down, and there you go. We're mining or making wood, and we can increase our unit limit yet again. So there you go. We can field 13 troops, but we only have the ability to make 4. Yes, not too good. We need these things whatever they do, and yeah, we need more units. The first king you play with, he can actually spawn troops by using water. Right, there's a lot of guys here. I'm going to stick some chain lightning on them. That's killed half of them. My dudes should be able to finish the rest off with ease. Thank you. Kingdom infrastructure. So these are goodies that we can choose. A hospital, which heals our troops. I like the idea of it, but you're having to look at it and it's stopping you do other things. It's not so great. monument to the King's Gaze. So once you look at this building, anything next to it, and it's only really 2 squares, will start acting as well. So it gives you the ability of doing an extra building with your gaze. And execution grounds, it kills your grunts and provides denarii, this currency we could spend later, for each unit. I'm going to go for the hospital for now. I probably won't pull it down, but yeah, we have it. Alright, so the research table is giving us something, and we can now choose from a wheat field, a big well, a crystal mine, or we can spend our denarii to reroll. It's a waste of denarii if you ask me, so I very rarely reroll. Let's just get another wheat field. It's something we use a lot, so it's worth having. And we're doing okay. We got wheat coming out of our ears, 280 now. Wood's going up as well, and then we're getting new buildings. We want a gold mine or an iron mine though. That's what we need. What do we got next? Brilliant. Here comes the wandering trader. So this dude, I'm going to put this down here. This dude, and I'm going to start selling some wheat actually. This dude, he will bring out the trader, and we can spend our denarii on various different things. Ooh, look, there's a little raccoon or something hiding in the trees there. He just got shot. He got hunted by a goblin or whatever that is. Beautiful. Some birds here. Just the little details, things are going on in the lands outside the castle. I think we should do these guys no problem. Although they do have high health, and they've killed 3 of my guys already. Okay. So when I said we should do these guys no problem, I was actually wrong there. We're not going to do these guys no problem. We're going to get stuffed by these guys. And then he killed another guy. Now, anyone who is sensible, they'd have both of these in their gaze at the same time. And then we'd be producing units faster. But yeah, I'm not sensible. Here comes a trader. So what we want to do, we definitely want this iron mine. And we want a swordsman's barracks. Beautiful. And that's about all we can afford. Oh, I should have gone for this stuff as well. So these are kind of upgrades that you get. This one's great. Receive 25 iron at the start of each wave. 90 resources 3 times. And then you got these as well, which improves your buildings. And then you can just buy resources outright. Now a good one, I never really make metals, so it's always worth buying it for if you need it to build buildings. Right, good. Let's put down our iron mine, which we can do over here once this tile enchanter's been built, which it's doing rather slowly. Right, 1 iron mine, and this has 1,000 resources as opposed to the 200 that you basically get. And we got the swordsman's barracks, which costs 7 wheat and 6 iron to make a swordsman, but we need 35 to actually build the building. So we do need that, well, ideally relatively soon, because we're running out of people. And we will pull it down in this square once we get it. And we kind of need to be making people, because we got more bad guys coming along, and we got not much going on. How much is it? 6 to make a guy. Let's get up to 12 iron. Then we'll move the gaze over and we'll start making the basic grunts or peasants. They cost 6 wheat. They die very easily. And then we'll be able to make 2 swordsmen. Oh good, we took them out. Let's move over because, yeah, this isn't doing anything until we get more iron. Beautiful, done, no problems. I do like a militia camp. This is quite good as well. So these guys, they don't attack as much, but they have quite a good HP. Also like the madhouse as well. These guys just run around like crazy. But anyway, let's do that. We have the iron mine. I don't think we're going to need another one anytime soon. I'll go for the trees for now. Gold mine, beautiful, just what we wanted. And artifact, we can increase unit HP by 30 or reduce cooldown times on King's abilities. Let's go for the unit HP. Basic construction, you put that down, you research it, and then you get a big building like 1,000 resources. Let's try and get some more barracks so we can get more people out, and then we'll take the denarii. Wouldn't mind the artifact for upgrading, kingdom infrastructure. and the building upgrade, and the spell's probably worth it. I'll stick it at the end in case I get shafted. Then we can choose here, and there's another story about forest spirits. I'm just going to take the mana crystals, useful if we need to build a building. Right, so I want a gold mine. Let's get rid of this water building, stick the gold mine down, and we're now making gold. To upgrade again, we need more resources. So 140 gold and 80 clay. Shit, we have no clay. Need to get some clay, and then my King's Gaze, the size that I use, will be upgraded. Stick this tree down. How am I going to get clay? This is a good question. I also wouldn't mind having this militia camp down. And then once I start looking over here, we're going to have 3 different lots of units being built at any given time. And I should actually start doing that now, because we're going to have the enemies. So these are the flags coming along. You can highlight them. It tells you what's coming and what your rewards are. And they're getting close to the castle, so they will be here any second now, in theory. Yep, here they come. What do we got? Now we got these runny bastards that could be in Star Wars. Goblin riders, whatever they are. Thankfully though, we got swordsmen now, which are quite strong and quite damaging. So we can hold our own quite well. Beautiful. I don't think any of these are really good. I mean, what's a gnome do? Provides 1 morale for each gnome on the battlefield. And you could get a maximum of 5. It's a fair few gnomes. Yeah, none of these are great. I'm just going to recycle, take the denarii. Ooh, this is a good one. Increases production limits for starter buildings. So basically, these basic buildings, they produce 200, but you put them down now and they produce 400. So yeah, that's really good. We could get rid of the market now. We don't need it. We have a gold mine. We're making gold that way. We just need clay. There's no way of getting clay at the moment. Unless I get one of these research table buildings, and then I'll be able to put the clay mine down. So we do have speeds we can do, so I can speed it up to the next wave. So I'm not going to be doing much. May as well. When I play on my own though, I do like just kind of zenning out and watching it slowly plod along. Maybe look at my phone or whatever in between the action. We're almost done there. I am going to need to highlight my army guys soon though, because these bastards are going to kill a few. Oh, we're okay. We killed them all. Militia camp. Yeah, I'll take that. And kingdom infrastructure. I took the hospital earlier. Fairy Fountain's an interesting one. I don't think it's that great. So it's a building you don't need to look at all. And it keeps giving you random resources every 10 seconds. So yeah, I'm going to take that. I know some of you experienced players are probably screaming in the comments, take the morale, get the bonuses. So I need clay and it's not showing up here. Now I'm going to waste my denarii, 10 denarii for a reroll. Not there. Once more. Still not there. And I can't roll anymore. Completely wasted that. Let's get the wheat field. 20 denarii down. That's, yeah, not great, eh? So we keep on doing that research. And what do I want down? I may as well put this fairy thing down. Stick it in the corner where I'm never really going to be looking, and maybe that'll make me some clay, who knows. Right, not long till the next one. We could top up these swordsmen, but is it really worth sending my gaze over there? I'd rather be mining away at the trees and whatnot. Shit, we're not actually doing wheat though. This is... I just want to get the clay mine from the research table. Soon as I get the clay mine, everything will be good, and we can upgrade our gaze again and not be wasting time just sitting around waiting for something. I can stick down a militia camp. What this will do is, I don't actually need to look at it, but I can now make 6 guys out of this. Or I could look at them both and they'll both be going at the same time. But it just upgrades your population limit, and where it's stuck out of the way, I don't need to do anything there. We're getting shafted, aren't we? This little horse rider, whatever he is poking through. Bastard, he killed most of my guys. So we can upgrade various buildings. So let's do the swordsman's barracks, increase capacity by 2. So we can produce more swordsmen. And we get a spell. So we can do immortality in a circle for 4 seconds. Yeah, why not? We do that. And we'll try and get more guys coming out. Think I need to stop this marketplace and maybe even sell it. Yeah, fudge. I'll sell it or demolish it. It goes back down here. I can always put it back down. And then I'll stick down a well so we're making water whenever we look there. You need wells to build things. And yeah, they're useful. You can just stick them anywhere where you've got a bit of space because you can destroy them and put them down and it's free to do. Whereas other buildings, they cost money to place or remove. And some, like resource buildings, you destroy them, you don't get them back. Right, come on, give me a clay mine research table. And then I need to think where I'm going to put that as well. Hopefully, I was going to say we're getting close to increasing our unit limit, which will take us to 16. But we have another 320 there. Right, let's hurry up to the... Oh, here you go. Clay mine. For fuck's sake. I'm not going to waste money on rerolls in case there's a chance to buy a clay mine or buy clay resources. So I'm just going to take a gold mine. That's always going to be useful. And let's speed up again. Wait for the bad guys to come. Here they come. I like it. The animation down there. He waves a sword. Oh shit, it's these dudes. They're not good, are they? Let's go over here. We're going to be losing units. What I can also do is demolish these... Oh, we're at the trader. So we got the clay mine, but it's a really big one. It's like 1,000 resources. Yeah, I kind of have to take that. And we got 20 left to buy something. We can only buy stuff here. I'll buy some grapes. And clay mine, I want it out of the way. I'm not going to use it at all much, so I'll put it elsewhere. Yes, what I was saying, we can destroy these peasant huts now because we have 6 for these and 6 for those. That's 12 people we can get out of those. And we can sell the blueprints for them. Peasants aren't that brilliant. Although, in theory, I should have actually waited to get more people or more military buildings before I did that. But we are where we are. How much clay do I need? 80 clay. Come on, guys. Kill these dudes. Beautiful. Barracks. Something good. Yeah, rubbish. Recycle. I'm going to take the gold mine again. And establish production. None of these are that good. We got the clay mine. Vineyard. I don't use grapes too much. Different units require different resources. Maybe I should do. Let's go for an iron mine. And we have spells. I'll go for the Fisher, which gives damage. We can banish our troops for 30 seconds to get crystals. Don't need them that much at the moment. 3 wood when we create a unit. Or when one of your troops dies, creates a scarecrow. Which then does damage to the other guys. So I'm going to do the scarecrow. And we get to choose these again. The enemies are getting stronger. So I want more barracks, definitely. I wouldn't mind the spells and we'll take the cash. Definitely want the artifacts. Ooh, there's a veteran barracks. This is good. We also want the building upgrades. And we want the kingdom infrastructure. Not so bothered about the resources. Do we have this again? So we can receive a wheat field, which will give us 1,000 wheat, which we can mine. Or get 2 basic production buildings. Let's get the wheat field. Yeah, there you go. So it has 1,000 as opposed to the usual standard 200. I could put a well down here, make some water while I'm looking at this clay mine up here. And we should be close. What are we on? We need another 20. So when you start the game, this whole row and this row at the bottom, or this column and this row, they are completely blocked off. You need to upgrade to open them up, which I have. I've got a lot of upgrades. I've played this game a lot. I mean to record, but yes, I don't get around to it. I get so fixated on playing it. Right, where are we? Yeah, good. We can upgrade our gaze, and now we got that extra little dimple at the bottom, so we can do the research table along with our kind of core basic resources. This is good. We can upgrade once more, so we're taking that well too if we so desired. More than anything though, we need more weapon buildings. I think we should do these guys. Couple of archers and some mages of some description. We'll take a casualty or two, but I'm not too worried about that. In fact, speaking of casualties, let's actually do this so we get them back. Levy barracks, something good. I'm going to go for the archery range. I don't often do those. It's good to have people to shoot. Makes crossbowmen. So, heal our castle for 3 HP each time we use a spell, or every arcane unit on the battlefield gets a 3% boost to spell damage. Let's do the heal the castle. Although we should be okay here. Right, archery range, where were you? Here. So if we put that down, we can start making archers. And if we get enough wood, we can upgrade and get more units. So another thing which I think is new to the game, we can fiddle around here and we can change, so we can actually make units and they'll stay in our castle. And then on our castle we can decide who goes on the battlefield and who doesn't. It's useful for when there's a big fight coming up and you know you're going to need the resources, as opposed to just sending the guys out directly. But this is wasting my time looking at that. I could be getting a lot more resources looking over here. So let's do that. How are our guys all looking? They're good. And let's speed up for the next assault wave. Here they come. What do we got? We got some of these riders which aren't going to be too brilliant. Now we have the claim iron. Well, fuck you. It's too late, isn't it? Just going to recycle this. It's no good. Might as well get the denarii. So when our guys die, we can instantly send out replenishments using this button here because we spawn them in the castle. And of course, I can go over here and start making more of them. If we lose another guy, which hopefully we won't. Nope, we didn't. What spell have we got? Slow enemies or damage them. Always the damage. And then these are bigger kind of units. Horsemen, they're okay. They use grapes and wheat to make. We have musketeers, which are long range in damage, but we need wine to build that. We don't have wine. They're very expensive on the wheat to build. Or we have a pumpkin field, which is water. I'm not sure how great they are, so I'm just going to recycle those and hold off for something better. Some better barracks, essentially. Our trees and our wheat fields about to run out, so we're going to have to replenish those. Let's do the wheat field on the bonus and the trees down below. How are we looking for woods? 210. We're almost at 320 to upgrade our troop limit, because we got another how many people? 3 people we can build with our existing barracks. And as we get different military buildings, we can put them down here and have them in our gaze at one time. Right, let's speed up to the next wave. Who have we got coming? Yes, we have a lot here. I am going to actually do this and hopefully take out half of it before they get to us. So this little rider dude, he has quite a lot of health. What's happened though is we started stacking our units, so we're doing a lot of damage at once as opposed to a few units doing a little damage and then getting killed themselves. Hospital gives us morale, spell production. Let's do the hospitals. And we can choose another interesting building. This gives us stat upgrades, so I assume we research, and then our troops, we can choose what upgrades they have. Potentially useful, but it's expensive to build. It costs 140 wood. Yeah, no, not going to happen. Magic ball, increased spell damage, but we need iron. We don't have a lot of that. Increases spell damage. Yeah, no. And Worshipper's Sanctuary, we sacrifice black sheep to improve morale. Now this would possibly be good for this king, because he is a morale-based build, but we don't have the black sheep, and I'm not going to build it, so it can. I'll take it, you know, actually. And we'll see how we get on. Although I don't think there's many more bad guys coming our way. Right, how are we doing on wood? We're getting there. And then we need 600 gold as well. It's a lot of gold. And then we can upgrade our gaze once more. Right, we've built all the units we can. Let's go back to resources over here and let's speed up a little. Let's see what we get here. None of this is good. I'm going to take the crystal mine note in case we need it later. You never know. Some buildings you just need that resource just to get it built. And then after that, you don't need it anymore. So it's worth having a little of each resource really. Gold mine went, new one down. We're going to get 400 gold out of that. We can upgrade our limit, but some of our troops take wood to make, so it's not a sensible time to do it at the moment. And we're going to make 600 with this gold mine, as in the 400 plus the 200 we already have, which is great. We should be okay here killing these dudes. We may lose a unit or two. Nope, we lost nothing, and we're back at the trader. 40 resources, random at the start of each attack wave. When a troop dies, another becomes enraged. Or gain 2 wine when you kill an enemy. Or we can increase our militia HP, or archer stuns the enemies. I'm going to do these two. The militia HP and archer stuns the enemy. Good. So we've improved our units a bit there. Right, I was going to do something. What was I going to do? I was going to upgrade our unit limit. Good. And it may even be worth putting the hospital down, but to do that we need wood, which we don't have a huge amount of. How much wood do we need? 196. And to upgrade our unit limit we need 640 wood. Wow. You really need to be printing resources to get where you're going. I'm not sure how many more waves we have, but the next is a boss coming. We have Goblin Warlord Gorzog with his 3 goblin shamans and 2 goblin limits. Lizards even. And we get a legendary artifact if we kill him. So yes, it's worth killing him. If we don't, he'll run up to the castle, and when he starts smashing it, he does a hell of a lot more damage than the other units. So it's better to kill him while you can. And to do that, I need to build up the resources because we are going to be losing units even. So it's good to have the resources to hand. So I've got trees and wheat field. We only have 1 tree, whereas wheat fields we have 2 plus the big one. So it's worth getting the trees here. And Gorzog's coming any second now. Let's have a sip of tea in preparation. Cup of tea to keep calm during the battle. Goblin Warlord Gorzog, Wizard of the something or other. Here's a bit of a bad dude. Oh look, our archers are now stunning units. Beautiful. If they can stun Gorzog as well. Just going to leave my gaze on the unit production now. Oh, we're caning him. I think range units like archers, they are really quite powerful. That was far too easy if I'm honest. I've fought him before and it's been very hard. I think the bonuses I've had, they're just phenomenal. Right, let's take the Denari. Let's take the legendary artifact. This. Receive temporary goose riders 2 at the start of every wave, so it's 2 free units. Can't complain about that. Legendary spell, so fireworks makes us work faster. Or tornado fucks shit up and yeah, it really hurts people. Veteran barracks, we kind of need some more barracks. So we can get an owl, which we need grapes and wheat for. We can get a badger, which we need wood for. Or we can get a few worm riders. I do like worm riders. I'm going to go for those. And we can get a much bigger gold mine, which is good. We can improve certain troops, so that'll improve our crossbowmen's health. Thing is with crossbowmen, they're in the back. If they get an attack, they're going to die anyway, so that's not worth it. There's a swordsman, 15% more damage, that will be useful. And we're back at the prophecy again. So let's go for basic production, and let's also go for the artifact. Wow, there's lots of good stuff here. Troop training, why not? Kingdom infrastructure, more kingdom infrastructure, and the denarii as well. Fuck it, we may as well take these two. I could possibly overload myself though. So we can get a building upgrade, gold, or increase our castle health points. Ooh, you can almost see her boobies. Let's get the building upgrade and hope that it's something good. And we have this lady again. If you want to read the story, hit pause now, because I'm about to click continue. And what can we do? Ooh, archer capacity, that's good. Damage dealt by swordsman. Archer capacity, I do think archers are quite strong. Damage by swordsman would have been good as well. I'm going to get rid of this well, and I had a military building to put down. Some worm riders, it's like June. Walk without rhythm, you won't attract the worm. They take a lot of wheat to make though. But yes, we now have a worm rider. It does look like June, doesn't it? Like a mini June worm. So what those dudes do is they go underground, or even Tremors if you've seen the film. They go underground and they come up and they start attacking people from behind. And we have a long time now where we just killed the boss dude. It's a long time till the enemy forces come. It's given us time to get our shit together. And how are we doing that? We need more wood. So once you've got loads of a resource, like I've got loads of iron now, I don't think we'll be using a few more than we have there. We haven't got enough gold to upgrade yet, so gold's quite important to be mining, but once that iron mine's gone, it's probably worth putting down a lumberjack or something like that to get more wood and get the upgrade in the amount of units we can have out. Let's go for the gold mine. And we may as well speed up. I'm not going to be moving at all. Oh, pay attention. So this is the big wheat field. There you go. That's got 1,000 to take out. And then this tree chopper is going to go down as well. And then we need to put in another tree. It's important not to run out of these, which means you kind of need a research table almost. Because if you do run out, you run out of resources, you lose the ability to make troops again. We're halfway to increasing the limit, and the next enemy should be upon us anytime now. There you go, he just flashed his sword. Alright, we got some flying guys. There are ducks. So they got a little meter above them, which means they're not going to last too long. But they just run in, fuck shit up, run off, then run in again. They're brilliant. And there's my worm taking them in the rear. Yeah, that didn't sound quite right, did it? We can increase capacity on buildings, but yeah, I'm going to boost production on the gold. We don't have the gold mine down. I don't want to increase capacity because I've already got enough people as it is. Yeah, fuck, let's just do the gold mine. 4 random spells or 3 crystals when you kill an enemy. That could be useful. I don't know why, but it could be. Let's take the tree. I don't need grapes or clay at the moment. And let's take the wheat field. Good. Right, I don't need to be looking over here. Oh, wow, we're close. We only need 80 more gold, or just over 80, or just under now. 80 more gold, and then we can upgrade our gaze, which means we can look at more things and get more resources. What do we got here? I'm going to take the trees as well. So where we make crystals when we kill things, I don't think we need this crystal mine, so I'm going to sell the blueprint there. How are we doing for grapes? We have 74. Don't think we need the grape bushes either, but I'll hold on to it just in case. And what I'm going to do, once these trees have gone, I'm going to stick down a hospital, and then we can start healing people after battle. Oh, we're so close. We need another gold mine. Problem is the gold mines cost money, so we're losing money to make the money, or losing gold to make the gold. Where are we? We're back at 530 now. But yeah, we're hit 600. Iron mine's about to expire. I'm going to stick down some more trees so we can push down towards increasing the limit. Here comes the next wave. Ooh, we're getting some big guys now. 1000 health, 67 damage. Let's hope the ducks go and deal with that dude. Thing is, with the ducks, it doesn't matter if they take damage. You get them again at the start of the next wave. Right, we're losing units. I think my main priority is, as long as the archers don't get killed, as long as they're kind of protecting up front. Don't need any of these, going to recycle. Again, don't need any of those, that's a recycle jobby. And we can improve our Goose Rider's attack and our Worm Rider as well. Or we can increase their health. Is that a Worm Rider? No. Let's do the attack. Attack, attack, attack. So our units are getting stronger. And we lost a Worm Rider there. Maybe I should have gone for the health. Alright, I do want to get rid of that tree. It's starting to annoy me now. Can't think of a good way of getting rid of it without wasting loads of time looking at it. We're close to the 640. How are we on the gold? Oh, beautiful. Bang, gold. So we've upgraded our gaze. We're doing an extra square now. Let's take the tree on the new unit. Yeah, good. So we're equal on each of those. And we're close. After this wave, I'll go for it. What I can also do is put the hospital down, but that's going to take a lot of wood. Yeah, not sure it's worth doing at the moment. Right, go on, geese. Mess things up for me, please. Have we lost any units? I think we lost our Worm Rider there. Yeah, we did. Two Kingdom infrastructure. Does nothing but has useful passive upgrades. Magic College. That generates basic spells every 55 seconds. Fuck it, the Buddhist temple. It costs 21. I'm just going to stick that down and see what we get there. I've never used it before. And I'm going to do the monument to the King's Gaze. Right, where's this Buddhist temple? Do we need to be watching it for it to work? Don't think we do, you know. Yeah, it still moves when we're not watching it. What I'm going to do is demolish it and then place it out of the way over there. And then we can put something that we need to watch there. Like the hospital. First, let's upgrade our unit limit. Now we're close to the hospital. Let's move over here. Then we can start getting our wormies going. And then... Come on. Alright, we're a ways away from that. 196. We get that before the new guys. And then we can start healing our units. The thing is... See, to look at this hospital, I'm going to be over my military buildings. And it's only these two buildings that are active. So it feels like I'm wasting gathering all these resources which I need. So we need 1,280 wood to get to the next limit. Yes, that's a lot of wood. We get there though, we'll do it. What do we got coming now? We have 7 giant goblins and 1 shaman. The giant goblins are going to be a pain in the dick, I think. There go my worm riders. Taking them from behind. Oh, brilliant. They weren't that hard. Bosses are damaged for 10% after they come on screen. Receive buildings such as magic. Or gain 3 ore when you kill an enemy. And we have resources here. So that's 120 plus this 140. Perfect. Oh, we could have got an archer's upgrade and a worm rider's upgrade. 100 damage around them when they merge. Fuck, that was a good one to have, you know. Should have got that. Hey ho. We are where we are. New building. Not interested unless it's trees or gold mine actually. Ah, we have a gold mine here. As in a bigger one that gives us 1,000 along with an iron mine. So we don't really need either of those. And we're max upgraded for the gold, for the gaze, so we don't really need gold a huge amount anymore. Except for building our archers, that costs 6 a pop, so we do want a bit of a reserve going. Right, trees just stopped. Let me show you this, our basic construction. So we pull it down, the guys look at it, they're doing something. What are they doing, you ask? Well, let's speed up and see. They're finished looking at it. Bingo, bango, bongo. We can choose whether it's wheat field, sawmill, iron mine, or clay mine. We want a sawmill for wood. And there you go, we get 1,000. Beautiful for us to look at. We have water coming out of our ears now. We don't really need that anymore. I don't know what this building's doing. Does nothing but useful passive upgrades. Take the gold mine, although we're probably not going to need it. I'll pull another tree down there. And why am I even over here going for the hospital? I kind of want to get rid of that tree thing so I can put another barracks down at some point. Oh, we're back at the prophecy again. Let's take the building upgrade. Let's take the established production. So there are 1,000 buildings. Let's take the cash. It would have been nice to have the spells, but oh well. Prophecy card, why not? Take the cash. Take the advanced production. We'll take some spells. Fuck it, may as well take the elite barracks, and if we're attacking everyone, let's take everything. I'm going to take an artifact here, although that can be useful, the iron. What's the artifact going to give us? Let's have a look. 40 resources each wave or 150 oil. I'll take the 40 resources for now, although I don't think there's many waves coming. So what do? Do I just stand here, or do I just keep my gaze here looking at the hospital? It's not really doing that much, so it's not actually worth it. I'll be better off looking over here. How am I doing for iron? I'm doing fine for iron. I'm really going to pump on the trees. I think that's probably the best thing to do. And to that effect, we don't need that well there anymore. I am going to run out of trees though if I keep putting these cards down. What I could even do we need the gold? We definitely need wheat. Wheat's something that's used for pretty much every unit, so you want to have as much as possible, especially by the end. Good, we have a trader coming up soon. Have I got anything I can get rid of? Not really. Was that a tree? That was a gold mine. Let's put a tree down. And then I'm going to stick a gold mine here, because yeah, why not? I think we'll need it at some point. Let's move over my gaze. We are kind of getting the full package here of people attacking us. But thankfully, our archers, they're bad boys. They'll do the damage, especially with the geese helping them out. We can produce a mega militia after recruiting 4 of the base troops. Passively increases production by 5%. This is good. Maybe the Buddhist temple was a good thing. We can get another hospital or somewhere to do sacrifice black sheep. Receive a spell for each sheep sack. Wow, that's not bad. I'm going to go for the other hospital. We probably won't put it down. So we can choose goods. 2 we don't have at the moment, wine and flour. I'll take wine in case we need that to build a building. And we're making crystals. Let's take flour, balance things out. We have a couple more units to make. How are we doing for wood? Not brilliantly. We're still not there. We're kind of halfway there. I wouldn't mind being at the 1,280 before we hit the last boss. I think it's going to be the last boss, the Hunger Maw. It's one of those guys that kind of has an open chest with either teeth or ribs protruding. Makes me go a bit ick when I look at it. Oh well, here we are. Trees. We want trees. Lots of trees. Lots of lovely, beautiful trees. See, there's our clay mine. We've barely touched it since we got what we needed. Our upgrade of the King's Gaze. It's pretty much worthless, really. I think we may hit 1,280 if we carry on at this level. Especially as we got the passive bonus. What else can we do? Increase troops damage and increase spell damage. I think the production speed's a beautiful thing to have. 5%, that makes a big difference on how quickly you get resources out. Other things, yeah. Well, troop damage as well, that's good. Spell damage, not so convinced on that, but we'll see. Wow, look at that, crystals and iron when we kill people. So we don't need an iron mine if we're making iron from killing people. We did just lose a guy there. We can get that all sorted out in a second. Establish production. Don't need anything. Going to recycle this. It feels like a waste, but... So these are the advanced buildings. So we can make fuel. We can make grapes into wine. Or we can make furniture and different units. Need different things. There are so many units you can get in this game. I've barely touched the surface. There's loads of unlocks to do. I'll have a look afterwards. I do like my unicorns. Or do I go for a lion circus? HP 430, damage 40. HP 600, damage 38. HP 600, damage 33. And that's a black unicorn, which you make using wine and oil. Okay. We're making crystals when we kill guys. So potentially this is a good one to have. What I do want to do though is get rid of this tree and then I can put it there, and that's all my military kind of slots filled out. Not sure I'll actually be able to build a unicorn either. So if I use 280, that'll leave me with 50. I'll be able to build a singular unicorn. We're going to actually need extra crystals. Right, let's take the tree. Come on. We don't need a gold. We do kind of want the production buildings. I could be looking at the hospital here and healing up my guys. Saving on resources by healing them. We must be close. It's gone to 1.2k. So we get close to the 80. Does this take wood to build? It doesn't. Beautiful. Good. 22 now, and we got the unicorn. Oh, we can build 3 unicorns. I say we can build 3. We can only actually build 1 based on the amount of crystals we have. So we do kind of need a crystal mine now, which I thought we wouldn't. There you go. That's our 1 unicorn done. And to get to the next level, 1280. So this is upgrade territory here. I would have reached my limit already. I think I've got a couple of upgrades, so I can increase it by 3 a couple of extra times now. This dude is a bastard. Hopefully our archers and the geese will help us. Oh, beautiful. How many crystals have we made? I think we started with close to 0. So we've made a fair few crystals there. 105. That's 2 new unicorns. Do we turn people to sheep? Or move speed and attack speed to our troops? Let's do that. And fireworks or ground fire? Let's do fireworks just to show you, because I think we've done ground fire already. Let's go and get this extra unicorn we can and heal people. So what I can do is chuck the fireworks in the air, and that'll give us a 50% speed bonus in our gaze, so things will get produced quicker. Beautiful. We have our second unicorn. We're doing okay. Oh, right, there's more bosses coming than I thought. Let's speed up to the next wave. Are we going to run out of something? I do need to pay attention to that. Probably want more trees. Definitely more trees, because we are cranking them out at the moment. There you go, put the trees down. How are we doing? We're halfway there. That's not bad, you know. Here come the bad guys. Watch your unicorns at work. What just died there? Wheat field. That's something we need to pay attention to as well. What are our unicorns doing? They're a bit slow to join the fray, you know. I don't think they did anything. Right, we're going to the trader and we have loads of cash. Damage dealt by attack buildings. Not sure how good that is. Receive 1 of each production building. Don't need that. Every second a random enemy is dealt 12 damage. Can't say no. And increase Worm Rider's capacity. And we have a bit of cash. Let's buy some crystals. Let's buy some metal. And let's buy some wheat. These are spells we can get. And these are Ooh, it had the bear camp. I do like a bear. Man or bear? What's the decision? Yeah, bear's good. I could have got rid of the hospital and put that down. I'm annoyed now. I want to go back. I've got buyer's remorse. Buyer's regret, whatever it's called. Right, we are close to taking on the big bad dude at the end. I think we're going to do him with ease based on the last guy we just had. And I'm going to do that trick again where I keep on building the guys. And then they're stuck in my barracks and I can send them out straight away. So we have another couple of worm dudes coming along. Good, done. Back to resources. And we're doing okay. We got over 1,000 wheat, which should be more than enough for a boss dude. We have loads of crystals for our unicorns. We have loads of gold for our archers. We're doing okay on wood. I think we only need wood for the swordsman or militia even. Yeah, we've got a fair bit. We're not going to get through 700. Yeah, we're doing good. We're in a strong position. Although in theory we could have had a few more guys and upgraded this again, but we are where we are. We just have to take it as it comes, and none of those are good. Right, come on, big dude. Yeah, that whole kind of gap in the top with teeth that creeps me out. Anyway, he's not going to last too long. I think we're slaughtering him already. Our geese are going crazy. We've lost a few units. We can just send them out on quick replenish from our barracks. So they're going to come out. In fact, we can keep doing that, and we've maxed out on quick replenish and is only halfway down in health. Let's do wrath on our unicorns. That'll hopefully make them attack more and attack stronger, hopefully wipe him out. So when we get to each tier on the bar, he chucks loads of guys out, and he's fucking doing my crossbowman. That is not what I wanted. He has... yeah, let's do immortality there. I don't think that's going to be on my crossbowman. Let's do blade fall on this dude as well. Take out some health. Want to get the crossbowman back out. We lost most of our army there. So we're all on building new things. Can we outbuild the damage he's doing to our units? I thought we were going to take him easily. How wrong I was. Not much health left to go though. There you go, he's done. And he's going to give us loads of goodies. Hopefully. Come on, give me the goodies. Oh no, that was it, victory. It had more flags up the top, but yeah, victory. So we get 37 of these for our upgrades. So what you can do is, if we go to preparation, you can do different levels. So I just did 0, you can do 1. So you get more baddies and you get more modifiers. I've got as far as level 5. So this is pretty shitty. The enemies do more damage, bosses have more modifiers. You start 150 golden debt, so you've got one hand behind your back before you even got started. Enemies have more HP, and your castle's covered in vines, which you need to look at to get rid of. Anyway, this is one king is enough. Thank you very much to Tiny Build for giving me a key. I will put a link in the description. It costs like 12-13 quid. Which is about $15-20. Thank you very much for watching. It is appreciated. Please subscribe if you've made it this far. Drop me a like, and if you're a professional, drop me a comment. I am gonna move on to harder levels and maybe do another episode or 2 on this because it's absolutely fucking amazing. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.